This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Snwhwks of Salt Lake City and the Houston Oilers. And we are underway from Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think plays like that will give them some confidence. Something sorely needed going against this unit.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, look at the juke. How did he stay on his feet? And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jacobs will take it in. Touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start this drive out, and right away, he lost the football. One of the linebackers has got it, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snwhwks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. At their own 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Hyde. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. They try the middle with Hyde. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So you look at this situation and the relocation. It's worked other places. You've got the two teams in L.A. Until recently, we had two out of the Bay Area. Of course, the two New York teams. Now two teams calling Houston home. And we know that they do things big here in Texas, and if these fans here are any indication, this city is ready to support a second team.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Yellow. Hey, Ripley, Ripley.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That is caught and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the first.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for his running back. It's now 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. He dumps it to Hyde. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Oilers have cut it back within a score.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Snwhwks 14, Oilers 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
But you look at this defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gain of 32 that time.
A gain of 32. And the Salt Lake City first down.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Snwhwks 14, Oilers 7.
Salt Lake City with the football here to begin quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Red, cycle. Striker, 3-3. Hut, hut.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled
57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready, ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Felix Anudike Uzama, the man to get home for the sack.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
15.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, running right, it's high.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey,
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Attack, attack.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Addison will go in motion left.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
52 platform.
They'll set up to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Blue check. Smith red.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Jacobs again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs. With career touchdown number 94, he ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on first down.
Got his man, Dell.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Complete to Tank Dell. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. Complete here. It's high. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Yellow.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Oilers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Yellow.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Mahomes throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at
Because
all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Out to the flat for Hyde. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Oilers are back within a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd.
He's got daylight, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Attack!
Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his running back, Hyde.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. We're down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd down and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they bailed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
again with Hyde on first. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And now they'll shift things around.
Ready?
A quick throw out wide to Mooney.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Complete to number 88. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Snwhwks.
22 meters. Yellow. 1. Set.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Up the middle they go. Yarbrough, no gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Yellow.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That one good for 37 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Yellow.
Now is 2nd and 10.
Yellow. 15. Where's that?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
14 more yards. That's another.
Hyde will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Once more, Hyde. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th. And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Oilers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
On the set.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
57 colors, 57 colors. Right side.
Throwing now is Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
18 at the 17-yard line.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Ripley.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.